Hello YouTubers, thank you for tuning in to another video of me, and well informed. So, if you've not seen any of my other videos before, I brought a Tesla Model 3 back in December 2020. Purchasing the Tesla Model 3 was a no-brainer to me, just from an environmental and sustainability perspective. Any new car had to be cost effective compared to my petrol car. In addition to the cost of the Model 3, I had to assess the maintenance, charging costs, insurance, tax payable, etc., just like you would do with any new car purchase, just to ensure it was still affordable. If you see my recent video, you will know that tax and maintenance are pretty much non-existent with the Tesla Model 3, so I've saved money there. Therefore, they're pretty much set in stone cost-wise. But car insurance and charging costs can vary depending on how much effort you're willing to go to. This car does have a sky-high insurance group of 48 out of 50, and if you have the long range or performance trim, the car is going to be group 50, and in relative terms to the many, that's the same group as having a Ferrari or a Lamborghini supercar. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to pay a sky-high price. So how does this affect your car insurance then? Most new cars are assigned an insurance group rating of 1 to 50. This effectively indicates the level of risk seen by an insurer. All sorts can determine the insurance group for a car, such as price, performance, i.e. 0 to 60 times, the repair costs, part costs, etc. etc. Being group 48 out of 50 is not a good starting point. For context, my Seat Leon was group 12 out of 50, and we paid just over £350 for that back in November. So the stacks were really against me and my wife. We are currently a relatively young trim age of 26 years old too, and I wanted to aim to get a similar premium despite the difference in insurance groups. During my research, I discovered a secret code for an insurer that lets you get 5% off your quoted premium, which seemed pretty big to me, but it wasn't really well distributed among the community of Tesla owners. So this is a must-watch video if you have a Tesla, or you're about to buy a Tesla Model 3 or any other Tesla, and if you do, make sure you use my referral code in the description. We'll both get 1,000 free supercharger miles. So before I get started, I just hit a YouTube milestone, 100 subscribers, and I can't thank you crazy Tesla loving YouTubers enough for hitting this milestone with me. It's a scratch in other channels, but to me it's great to know that there's 100 of you that like listening to me as much as my wife does. So around 98% of my viewers are still non-subscribers. If you could all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification bell. All those actions send a signal to me that you like these videos, and it tells YouTube it's a good video for others to see. So this one super quick gesture will go a long way for a channel like mine. If you followed me from the start, I did a crazy hardly viewed video on how you can get cheap car insurance on any car. This absolutely laid the foundation of this video. So if you haven't seen this video, go watch it, then come back to this video for the more Tesla focused cost reduction. This was one of my first few videos, so please be kind to the editing. The content is still good though. So assuming you now have that foundation on how to get cheap car insurance, let's crack on with my findings. Before purchasing, you should know how Tesla operates with their car deliveries. You are likely to see at least a couple of weeks wait. More likely a 4-week wait, but 6 to 8 weeks until delivery is not unheard of. But generally, Tesla deliveries ramp up towards the end of a financial quarter. Use this to your advantage, as your premium will be affected on how close you obtain your quote to your cover start date. So I actually did a few quotes before I purchased a car on comparison websites for different dates around the estimated delivery date quoted on the Tesla website. You don't enter a reg yet, not that you actually can, but just make sure you get the right model and trim. The reason I did different dates was because the 21-day rule for a cheaper premium has worked for me previously, and it actually makes a massive difference here too. I'd even go extreme and say getting a quote in the middle of the day compared to midnight even differed massively. It seemed pretty extreme to me that my quotes were way more expensive at midnight than they were at midday. If you're wondering why I'm getting quotes at midnight though, let's just say I didn't do too well in Gulag. You won't know your car reg or delivery date until you get much closer to pickup. I got a text around 2 weeks before my date, and it was the longest 2 weeks of my life. Tesla doesn't register the reg until the day you pick up the car. So I got my reg around a week before pickup, and I had my VIN way before then, but your insurer should accept that when you have selected your quote. So at this point, I had a lot of comparison quotes on different comparison websites. Having reviewed several dedicated Tesla forums for Tesla-friendly insurers, 3 insurance providers seemed to stick out. These were LV, Churchill, and Direct Line. Tesla has collaborated with Direct Line for its own dedicated service. Direct Line have a dedicated page for Tesla insurance, so make sure when you get a quote for them, use that dedicated Tesla webpage. Based on my own experience, these still turned out to be more expensive directly. Not in everyone's case, which is why you need to do your own research, as you could get a different result to me. The provider that I went with in the end turned out to be Churchill, as they were the most cost effective consistently. I also got better quotes for them on comparison websites rather than them directly. The premium turned out to be just over £500 for me and my wife on around 8,000 miles per annum. I thought that was a really good price, but the discount doesn't stop there. When you call to secure your quote, you need to do it over the phone, because online they won't accept your reg and VIN because your reg is not registered yet. They will ask you what modifications do you have on the car, or will you have on the car. At this point, you're probably familiar that the Tesla Model 3 automatically comes with Autopilot as standard. If you tell the Churchill operator that you have Autopilot in the modification section, this should generate a 5% discount code instantly, meaning that I actually bagged an insurance policy of around £480. Using Churchill via a comparison website, plus all the tips from my other video, but also quoting Autopilot over the phone, and I was more than happy at this price. Majority of the competitors were between £800 and £1,200, so it was massively different. I can't stress enough about the timings of the quote. The closer it got to delivery of the car, the price was increasing daily. It's so important to secure the quote early, but don't leave it to last minute's purchase, because that quote can be subject to change still, so make sure you secure it a few days before at the very latest, just so you don't get stumped unexpectedly. There you have it. A car that is 36 groups higher than my old car resulted in about £130-ish difference. That was a result in my eyes, and that should decrease over time with further no claims bonus and as we get older in age. I hope that these insurers see how much less likely a Tesla is to be in an accident with all its safety capabilities, security via Sentry Mode, and Autopilot / full self-driving, which aims and will be vastly safer than a human driver in years to come. Maybe, just maybe, FSD will be so good that insurance is as cheap as chips. In the near future, with a fully autonomous world, maybe they will not even insure us without FSD being active. It's an interesting debate to be had, but I hope you enjoyed the video and you've been informed. Tell me in the comments if this worked for you, and if you know any other hacks that I should know about for when I do my renewal in December 2021. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends. It really helped me and the video get out there, and it will help save someone some dollar. Thank you.